Hey everyone, it's me, Sergio, with Mobility Direct, and recently I took my wife and daughter aboard the brand new Disney Treasure cruise ship. I brought along my new favorite travel scooter, the Buzzaround CarryOn HD, and in this 3-part video series, I'm going to show you what it's really like to go on a Disney cruise with a mobility scooter. We'll focus on accessibility every step of the way, from boarding to exploring the ship to visiting ports, so you can see firsthand how Disney makes cruising possible for both scooter and wheelchair users. Oh, and if you stick around till the very end of the video, you might catch a hidden message on the screen with access to a major discount code which you can use towards your next purchase at mobilitydirect.com. If you want to learn more about the scooter in this video, make sure to request a copy of our free product catalog. You can click at the top right-hand corner of the screen where it says Get Free Catalog, fill out the simple short form with your address, and you'll get one in the mail within 1 to 2 weeks tops. We also have several in-depth review videos of this model on our YouTube channel. We have comparison videos, unboxing videos, and just a ton of information on our YouTube channel. So check it out and make sure to subscribe so you get notified when we release our next video. Let's dive into things. Now, before we even set sail, let me explain why I brought the Buzzaround CarryOn HD, also known as model GB220. I'm able-bodied, but I've had a bad knee for years. I've had 3 knee surgeries on my right knee, and after about 30 to 45 minutes on my feet, the pain sets in, and it can ruin the rest of my day. That's where this mobility scooter comes in. I needed something lightweight and compact that I could easily travel with, but also powerful enough to handle different terrains and those steep boarding ramps that you deal with on a cruise. The GB220 checked every box, and honestly, it gave me the freedom to enjoy this trip with my wife and daughter without worrying about my knee slowing me down. After loading up the Buzzaround CarryOn HD in my truck, I kicked off the road trip to Cape Canaveral, about a 4-hour drive from where I live. Once I made it to Cape Canaveral, we stayed the night at a local hotel so we could make it to the port for departure the following morning at 10 a.m. When we got to the port, using the hotel's shuttle service, we gave our luggage right to the luggage team for the cruise, and we were told we'd have our luggage waiting outside of our stateroom door by around 12 p.m. The port experience was surprisingly smooth. Port Canaveral was super accessible and really well laid out. There were access ramps everywhere, and security was quick and pleasant. Best part of it all was I was able to stay on my scooter pretty much the entire time. I rolled right through the line, got through security swiftly, and barely had to leave my seat. For anyone who worries about the hassle of cruising with mobility equipment, this part of the trip was a total breeze. You can even get patted down while sitting in your wheelchair if you can't get up. Once we got through security, it was time to board, and Disney made it unforgettable. You walk right into what feels like a ballroom entrance. They actually announce your family's last name over the PA system.
Thank you.
And several staff members line up to welcome you on board. The whole scene was filled with stunning Disney art, sculptures, and that larger-than-life atmosphere you would expect from one of Disney's newest and largest cruise ships. Rolling in on my scooter with my wife and daughter, it honestly felt epic. Like we were stepping right into a Disney movie. After that epic entrance, our first mission was food. So we made our way to the buffet. From the grand ballroom entrance on floor 3, we took the elevators and ramps all the way up to deck 11. Accessibility was spot on the entire way. All of the doors opened automatically, and the GB220's tight turning radius made it effortless to get through the elevators, ramps, and crowded areas. When we finally got there, the buffet did not disappoint. They had everything: barbecue, Mexican, pizza, and of course, the classics like hamburgers and hot dogs. Between my wife, my daughter, and I, we sampled a little bit of everything. The barbecue and Mexican were especially tasty. And the views from the buffet were unreal. From our table, you could see the ocean stretching endlessly into the horizon and the entire port area right below us. It was the perfect way to kick off our cruise. After filling up at the buffet, we headed down to our stateroom on floor 6. Now, we didn't book a handicap accessible room since I'm able-bodied, and I didn't want to take up space that someone with greater needs might really depend on. Accessibility rooms are limited, and they come with important features like larger, wider doorways, frameless beds, and fully accessible bathrooms. If you want to learn more about those, I'll link the Disney Accessible Room page in the video description and pop it up right in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Our standard stateroom door was definitely tight. The GB220 scooter fit through, but just barely. It took me a little maneuvering, and honestly, a door stopper would have made it easier. Pro tip, you can request a door stopper from the cleaning crew. What really impressed me though is how easily the GB220 folds flat. It slid right under the bed, leaving the room open and uncluttered. That's a big deal when space is at a premium in a cruise cabin. The seat also fit right under the bed, so it's like it wasn't even there. And here's a tip I'd recommend to anyone bringing this scooter. Take the armrests off when you're stowing the seat, whether it's in your cabin or even in the trunk of your vehicle. It really cuts down on the overall footprint of the seat and makes storage way simpler. Another perk that made the room experience even better was having a balcony cabin. Being able to step outside every morning, breathe in that fresh ocean air, and sip a cup of coffee while looking out at the views was priceless. By the way, before we get any further, folks, I do want to just say thank you so much for watching our videos and supporting our YouTube channel. We couldn't do it without you. If you're enjoying this video, please consider giving it a like, hitting that share button, or just telling someone you know that needs a mobility device about our company. Did you know that part of every sale goes towards funding our mission to give back to the disabled community? That's right, folks. We give away mobility scooters and power wheelchairs all the time to people in need. We oftentimes document these experiences and put them on our YouTube channel. If you want to see an entire playlist of giveaway videos, check it out with the link in the top right-hand corner of the screen. When you shop with Mobility Direct, you're not only going to get the best prices, tax-free sales, and free shipping, you're also making a difference in someone's life by contributing towards that next giveaway. Together, we can make a difference, one mobility scooter, one power wheelchair at a time. Now let's get back to the video. After checking out our room, we headed down to the second floor to see the Oceaneer Club for kids. And honestly, this place blew me away. It's basically a mini indoor Disney World for kids, packed with interactive technology, themed activity stations, and full playground areas. What's really cool is that they've got sections designed for different age groups. They even have a nursery staffed with highly trained professionals who can watch your baby while they nap, giving parents a chance to enjoy some much-needed adult time. My daughter Addie was obsessed with the playground area and especially loved the section with drawing tables surrounded by Disney artwork and history. Watching her in that space brought back so many memories from when I was a kid. I honestly wish I had something like this growing up. It was totally epic. And then there's the Marvel section. This one was incredible, especially for older kids and even for parents like me who grew up reading the comics and watching the movies. On top of all that, Disney keeps the Oceaneer Club buzzing with scheduled activities throughout the day. Staff members and even Disney characters pop in for things like art lessons, dance parties, and more. You can check the full schedule anytime on the Disney Cruise Line app, which makes it easy to plan your kid's day while you're enjoying your own time. After checking out the Oceaneer Club, we made our way up to the deck for the mandatory safety drill that every guest has to attend before sailing away. Now, right after the safety drill, we headed straight to the main open deck by the pools, where they've got this massive outdoor stage surrounded by water slides. We got there super early to lock in a spot right up front, and trust me, it was worth it. The Sailaway party was the most epic way to kick off the vacation. Disney brought out all of the characters, and the whole event was just one giant celebration of the journey about to begin. The choreography, the energy, and the passion from the dancers was honestly moving. And there's something I really appreciated. Right up front, they had a dedicated handicap section for people using mobility devices. It was another reminder that Disney really does go above and beyond when it comes to making sure everyone can be a part of the magic. Now, after the Sailaway party, we got ready for dinner. Our dining time was scheduled daily at 5:45 p.m., but we usually rolled in closer to 6 o'clock, which was no problem at all. On Disney cruises, you're typically assigned either the 5:45 or 8:30 dinner seating. The later one is great for adults, but with a 2-year-old, 5:45 was definitely the right call. Pro tip, you can request your preferred dining schedule when you book your trip. One of the most epic restaurants we ate at was the Marvel restaurant. The place was decked out with Marvel theming from top to bottom, with TV screens showing exclusive video clips and scenes filmed specifically for the cruise. It felt like the Marvel characters were right there on the ship with us. That just about wrapped up our first day aboard the Disney Treasure. From boarding to dining, accessibility was on point. and the Buzzaround CarryOn HD proved to be the perfect travel scooter. Now make sure you stay tuned for part 2, where I'll take you through the onboard adventures, pools, shows, characters, and more. You're not going to want to miss it. Again, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct, and we'll see you in the next video.